In the astrology of December 7th, we have some pretty powerful energy today, starting off with the Sun in a triseptile to Uranus, as well as the Sun in a trine to Chiron Aries. So for the Sun in its triseptile to Uranus, we have to think about the Sun as our luminary in this triseptile, basically the third knocking of fate, and this one is a waning triseptile, so this is the third knocking as the story is being undone. So what's happening here in this triseptile to Uranus is we are essentially receiving the tools that are necessary to finish the adventure that we're on, to finish the journey. And whether that journey represents your career path, your life path, some major life goal, or a thematic element that you face with some of your family members, you are being reminded that you are ready to receive some of these tools so that you can carry on the journey. And these tools can represent inspiration, they can represent knowledge, or even the place to go or the person to talk to get said knowledge so that you can then continue on. So in a way, you are being beckoned by fate to go forth and continue on your journey, and being reminded essentially that, hey, here's where you need to go. Here's where you need to look for that. Now with the Sun in its trine to Chiron, to me what this is, representing, especially in the combination of these two transits, is that we are being healed through exposure to difficult events that we are yielding positive results from. Such as in the past, you might feel like a sense of dread going back to talk to this person, or encountering potential rejection when you are submitting a poem to a magazine to be published potentially. Whatever the thing is, you are exposing yourself to the thing that frightens you, and you are receiving some sort of positive feedback, which creates the process for healing. So for Aries today, you are called in context to these transits to say what you believe someone needs to hear. Now, you won't necessarily, be in the right position to prescribe what they need to do, but instead just to say what you believe about their experience when they ask you, and it's very likely they're going to directly ask you for that today. For Taurus, you are reminded that you are the master of resources. You are the one who is connected to provision, and so it's not just providing for the self, as Taurus is connected to in its survival instinct, but also the master of resources who protects and provides for others. For Gemini, today's a hard pill to swallow. You will have to acknowledge who in your life or who you have been deeply intertwined with has been adversarial to you. And that's not the same thing as saying that the person is evil or that you are their enemy forever and ever. Instead, it's an acknowledgement of who has been consumptive towards your progress, and in some way, for lack of a better term, toxic to your continuation, to your happiness, to your joy, and to your expansion. For Cancer, you are called to ask for advice or for quality time from the people that you care about most today. For Leo, you're reminded of the magic of committing to a hobby and how sometimes it could be more important than committing to your career. That's not the same thing as saying quit your job and focus everything on the hobby. It's about when you commit to something that you do purely out of passion, sometimes it can turn into a career, or sometimes on just a spiritual level, it can be incredibly fulfilling and nurturing in a way that propels you forward in your growth. And sometimes it translates to financial, sometimes it's purely spiritual, but there is an importance to committing to doing something that you love. Virgo, you are called today to discern what you believe and what you were raised to believe. For Libra today, you are going to be reminded of what you vowed to do, the things that you promised, the expectations you set. What were those things? Today is going to remind you of those things. And so today's a great day to decide if the scales need to be balanced in some way, if you need to renegotiate, or if you simply just need to apologize to someone for something that has happened in the past where time has lapsed and you didn't keep your vow. For Scorpio today, you will be finding strength through your friends and through your friendships. Today's a great day to have some quality time with friends, and maybe the goal is just to have some fun, but there is a certain difficulty, whether it's on the horizon or the recent past, that you can use some strength right now, and you can find that from the people closest to you. For Sagittarius, the last thing you want to do right now when you are feeling overwhelmed is to make a plan, but that is the most beneficial thing you could possibly do. When it feels like everything is falling all around you, it feels like there's no time to reflect, no time to set some time aside for strategy, but that is the optimal thing to do, is to make a plan just in the next few days. What do you want to do each hour of each day. And just through the process of the creation of the plan, the level of root chakra stability that you're going to feel is going to be hard to even describe, because it will clear up a lot of the overwhelm. For Capricorn, you're reminded of that verse where Jesus says, don't do what you hate. And the concept there was, he was talking about hypocrisy. Don't do the things that you hate when other people do. But there's another element to this, which is don't do the things that are essentially that go against what it is that you firmly believe at all. Not just because you might be seen as hypocritical, but because there is a certain betrayal of your own soul that can happen when you're doing the things you do not believe in. For Aquarius, you are reminded that today your friends and families will be asking for you, whether it be asking to spend time with you, whether it be, that they're just asking, what you're up to in general. People are going to be reaching out to you from a lot of different perspectives and for a lot of different reasons today. And it's important to do your best to meet them where they are, and or to just accept them into your heart, even if part of you just kind of wants to retreat today. Pisces, today's energy is very conducive to progress. Small victories add up quick. The attempt to do one giant victory immediately will only leave you disappointed. So allow the little things to fuel you and to give yourself credit where credit is due. Thank you guys for tuning in today. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.